Kavita ma'am, please start
Yes,
program.
sir. Yeah, yeah. Now start the program, sir.
Yes, ma'am, please.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. 1 minute, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good evening, one and all present here. Myself, Dr. Kavita Dive. Welcome to all behalf of the Research Foundation of India. Welcome, Dr. Saurabh Jain, sir, Dr. Ajay Gupta, sir, Dr. Ajay Jain, sir, Dr. Charul Jain, ma'am, Dr. Roshi Patodi, ma'am, and all RFI team. Welcome to all. Now, I heartily welcome to Dr. Charul, ma'am. Dr. Charul Jain is currently with the Symbiosis University of the Applied Science Indore as a Dean of Student Welfare, Head of Schools of Interdisciplinary Science, and Associate Professor, contributed the 16 years in the domain of the teaching and training experiences. She won the fourth international copyright and one patent under her copyright career Virtue Corporate for campus and the winning at the GT patent, convenient portal design, and wrote two ISBN book and an IPR consultant at freelance. Dr. Jain has developed various training techniques. Government of India, NSDC, MSME has certified her master trainees for skills. Dr. Jain is a faculty member at the Swayam for the MOVE course and master trainer and mentor at the Vadvani Foundation and lifetime members of the NHRD. Recently conducting a chain of FDPs for schools, principals, and teachers on the various aspects of teaching and learning pedagogy and clinical psychology. AICTE is certified in the design thinking, management, and the financial analysis. Dr. Chen has been working since 16 years in the field of education and training. She has been continuously contributing in the employability training, ethical research, and the practices and research writing. Dr. Jain is an the experts in the employability skills training and has the successfully guided placement for more than the 500 students till date. For a remarkable work, she has been the awarded international award for the master training employability skills in Devi Ahilya Vishwavidyalaya Indore. Recently, she has been certified by the IIM Ahmedabad for the Rockling LinkedIn profile and the advanced Excel. She has been certified as a master trainer for the training skills by the Government of India. She has conducted the numerous training programs in the various organizations. Since last 3 years, she is associated with the Past IAS Academy Indore for training personal interview skills and personal branding to students aspiring for the MPPSC. And this she does as a social cause without taking any fee. Now, academically, she was awarded her PhD in 2013 from IMS TABB, has completed her MBA from the Setup International Institute of the Management. She is a continuously dedicated to the employment, training, and to train, share, and enhance ethical and enthusiastic research practices. Now, 7 days training and dimensional of wellness. Change your habits and change your life. Now, today's subject expert, Dr. Charul Jain, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am. Today's topic is social wellness. Welcome, Charul ma'am.
Thank you, Kavita ma'am. Thank you so much. I hope I'm audible and connected well.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, the team RFI, to invite me for the session. Thank you, Kavita ma'am, for introduction. Saurabh sir, Gupta sir, everybody, thank you so much. And special thanks to the participants to join the session so that we are connected well. It is a session where we are talking about social well-being. So it is very much needed to say thanks to each and every participant being here. So the way I would be going for the session would be a little bit interactive. And let's just begin on. So, ma'am, I'm sharing my screen. So please let me know in case if it is visible. Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And when I change the slide, is it changing for you also?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, fair enough. So, welcome, dear participants. Today, we all have started the journey. I know the journey has been taken care since a few days, and we all are talking about a very good topic, that is wellness. Wellness has a lot of aspects. We have been talking since 3-4 days now, and I have been given the opportunity to talk about social wellness. When I was given this topic to speak about and to contribute my part into it, I just recalled somebody who said that human being is a social animal. We need people. We cannot live in isolation. So I'm really glad to the team RFI, especially to Ajay sir, to give me this topic specially. I'm really happy with this topic. This social wellness. Wellness means we should be happy, doing good. We may have talked about mental health, physical health, and so many things. But my main point is for today to have a discussion and coming forward for 60 minutes is what is social wellness? If I have to talk about social wellness, well, हम तभी हो सकते हैं जब we can actually analyze where are we lacking out. Do we have that vacancy? Do we feel that एक वो पुराना दोस्त जो कॉलेज में था, it's still not connected to me? Or वो relative who has, when we go to a gathering and वो relatives though who are talking among themselves and they are keeping us out of the discussion. Why is that so happening? I'm sure in today's session you will recall all the memories which you may have faced some or the other time. And for sure we'll have solution for our social wellness together. So we all are victims of social pressure in one or the other way. So let me take it very light mode. Will anybody contribute what kind of social pressures you get into? I request the participants to please unmute one by one and say any of your incidents in the life where you felt you are facing social pressure. Oh,
Good evening, ma'am.
good evening.
For students to pursue their career, where
Mm,
parents pressurize to select a particular range, when we are doing a job,
right.
we want to teach in some way, and we have to teach in the same stereotype way, and we can't explore the new methods which we feel will justify the topic.
Exactly. So you feel like these are all the group of students and this is me. I want to give something positive, but they are not ready to accept. Yeah, that is one kind of pressure, right? When we talk about any kind of social pressure, we always see outside in. Means we see pressure from outside coming into ourselves. Let me give you a small example in the form of a video. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Is this video audible as well? Devi ma'am, is it audible as well? This is a perfect example of social pressure. Okay, see, sometimes the things are not actually meant for us, but हम उसको अपने ऊपर हावी हो जाने देते हैं. Fine, just let's see the reality in town.
Have you not seen my new phone yet? It literally folds in half. It's actually pretty cool. Look, it's great for group shots. It stands up by itself. I would never switch to Samsung. I love my phone. What? I would never switch. You never switch your pocket. It literally holds it off. Helena? Careful. It literally folds it off. Wait, I have seen this before. Stands up by itself. Stands up by itself. It's great for grip shots. It's actually pretty cool. But I would never even think about switching. I love buying the same phone over and over again. See, I love my phone. I've been this much.
I am absolutely sure you have your own version of story out of this advertisement. I'm absolutely sure. We actually get into pressure from society on one or the other thing. It might be auntie's necklace, or it might be auntie's sari, or it might be some other person's increment, or maybe the new job somebody has taken up, or the new shopping people have done. It can be anything. But one major important part to understand for all of us is social pressure is never coming from outside. It is us who is taking that pressure from ourselves. So, my dear colleagues, to understand the concept of social wellness, let us come on a common consensus that all the wellness system that is a part of interpersonal, the way we take it and other gives. So it is you and I who are doing it, but ultimately it is among us. It's a human skill. And that too, when I talk about very specifically social skills, then about my community, about the celebrations. We're going to do Diwali this time, 22nd October onwards. The way we celebrate, why he has more lights, why I can't have more lights. Don't let all these pressure come on you. So when we talk about social wellness, it's about the community we live in, the colony we live in, the university, the organizations we work in, the kind of food they bring on the table. You know that the kind of food your colleagues bring on the table during the lunch, it keeps a pressure on you also to make new dishes every day and bring in lunch. Rather, you know the engagement and short of time in the morning. Your family, your friends, your network, the kind of hospitality. Hospitality doesn't mean only the hotels, but your mate coming home, you have to maintain that. Then the status symbol you have to maintain, a bike or a car or traveling a pool car, everything. The way you communicate with people, discuss with people according to your position, assistant, associate, professor, dean, faculty coordinator, according to your responsibility, the way you talk. Then there is a difference between student and teacher. And the cultural deficiency, cultural imparity, and your competency to deal with it. This particular circle is called your society. And when we know how to interact a happy, a win-win situation between you and I, what is society? You and I, when we sit together on a common forum, that becomes a society. For example, Research Foundation of India, it's again a society that is bringing everybody on a common platform. So that is society. And they're bringing a very good mental health and a social health in bring. So I'm really glad to bring this example here. Anything which comes in this periphery is your social boundary. And when we have a meaningful connection with any of these, which leads to either your growth or my growth, that is social well-being. So when it brings, I repeat myself, when we are surrounded with people together with a meaningful relationship, It can be anything. It can be even your spouse, your children, your neighbors, your colleagues. It can be anybody, your boss, your maid, the driver. It can be anyone. So when we have these cordial, meaningful relationships, meaningful connections with each other to create a win-win, that is where we have social wellness in picture.
Hey everyone, this month's topic is social wellness. And nope, not talking about the number of followers that you have on Instagram. Well, we hear a lot about physical, emotional, and even mental well-being. But have you ever thought about your social well-being? Social wellness is a measure of how we interact with others and create meaningful relationships. As humans, we have this basic need to belong and to connect. But over the years, as our society has changed, our social interactions have diminished. When we have meaningful connections, we tend to eat healthier, exercise more, and are less likely to smoke. Having others to rely on our support helps us better manage our stress. And did you know that people with strong social networks have a lower risk of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and arthritis, and are more equipped to fight off infections? You could probably guess that social wellness plays a big role in mental health. People who have meaningful relationships experience greater happiness, whereas those who are more isolated have an increased risk for depression, anxiety, and even suicide. And let's not forget about brain health. Social engagement keeps our brains healthy as we age, reducing the risk of developing dementia or Alzheimer's disease. Not only does having a healthy social network help us in small ways like fighting off the common cold, but it also helps us in big ways like living longer and living happier. Thanks for watching, and if you want to learn more, check out our other health videos.
I hope you all will agree with me. Recall of the same time. I'm not talking about the social togetherness on WhatsApp, on Google Media, on Snapchat, on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. No, these are all virtual world. They don't mean and they don't give us satisfaction at all. But it always gives a sense of happiness and belonging. You know, आपके पास सबके पास एक ऐसा दोस्त होगा whom you could call in night, or your spouse, or your parents, or your family member, whom you can call every single day and say, "Hi, how are you? Okay, all set? Let's go for the day." And you can talk all your happiness and sorrow with them. That is actually your social wellness. The first video which I shared with everybody shows that we all are living in an era where we want to present ourselves on a digital platform. We want to just write that I had the most delicious pizza, I had most delicious chapati. Why do I need to show it online? But imagine the kind of happiness and togetherness when my friend sitting just besides me, sharing the piece of chapati and sharing piece of pizza with me, and we share a laughter. Isn't it that meaningful? You tell me which one is more meaningful. Situation A, where I am eating a pizza, taking a picture and sharing to my friend and over a Facebook and Instagram. Is that meaningful and more happy? Or situation B, where I'm sitting with my friend, eating pizza, sharing the piece of pizza and sharing the laughter. Which is more meaningful, situation A or B?
B, obviously.
Obviously, right? So I'm thankful to you for responding to me. Actually, what's happening right now in the era, we are in the digital era, so we all are trying to publish ourselves on internet, but we are losing on the human connect. So today, I really wish to bring everyone down. Today, we are talking about social wellness, and human being as a social animal, not on the internet, but yes, physically one-to-one. The way you receive a newly born child physically in front inside the hospital has a different meaning, has a different sensation, has a different feeling altogether, rather than viewing it over a WhatsApp call. So today we are talking about that social wellness where we are creating the human connects and learning to support each other, building personal relationships with others. Any kind of conflict. So we should be able to sit across the table and discuss. And this society could be anyone. In social wellness, we should be in a position to have somebody in front of us. There's nothing like a superior and subordinate. That's just a hierarchy. But agar aap hierarchy ke bahar nikal ke dekhoge, everyone is a human being. Fine, it does not mean anything if I'm working at a dean position. It does not mean anything to me. But if my assistant professor also sitting right in front of me before completing the presentation and showing to anybody, I feel so happy to show him my presentation and say that, Vidul, just look at it. What is your opinion? What is your suggestion on this? Have a look. When they give their feedback, it's a human connect. It's a personal connect. You develop a sense of belonging with each other. Then when we have personal connect with people, it becomes so easy to deal with conflicts. And let me tell you here, conflict, हम सोचते हैं बहुत बड़ा word है, but conflict is just a simple tiny thing. It's a difference of opinion and nothing else. So for that, I have a simple recipe. To deal with any conflict, let us understand one thing. The best recipe is agree to disagree. Everyone has their own story. Everyone has their own life cycle. They may have different experiences. So let us respect their perspective. So now you must ask, ma'am, if we accept all the discrepancies, if we respect or agree to disagree, then how will we come on to a consensus? That means a common solution. Yes, there is a common solution. To deal with conflict, first of all, we both person have to sit together and discuss, and then think of only one point. What is the common objective for which you and I are connected? That is called meaningful relationship. So is that common interest is more important, or fighting over your perspective or my perspective is important? Please go back and see any kind of conflict you had. The conflict of budget which you had with your spouse just a few days back. What do you want to do in Diwali, during Diwali? Is it that? Or the conflict with your students? Is it that? Or the conflict with any other manager? Is it that? Or the presentation which your boss didn't like? Is it that? And please recall yourself, were you able to resolve that conflict? And sometimes, yes. And sometimes, no. Then if no, why? Because we are not able to go to that common meaningful relationship, meaningful outcome. So in this social wellness, first, it is personal connect. It is first, personal connect. Second, it is to agree to disagree and come on a common consensus. And third, having a positive mindset. Since childhood, our parents have been telling us, we become like our friends. So have friends who are high in intellect. तो उनसे कुछ ना कुछ सीखते सीखते हमें भी intellect आ जाता है. So to have the social wellness, it is our responsibility. Whom am I going to sit with? Whom I want to talk with? In organization, you don't have choice. You do not select your team. I agree. But still there also, you have a choice that you can select to talk positive about the work. You can always talk about solution of the work. It's my choice. My choice is always thinking positive, coming on common consensus to resolve the conflict, and always remember, am I creating a personal connect with the person or not?
Well, social wellness to me is basically just all about balance. Knowing how much time and energy you spend with people and just being able to retain some for yourself. Social wellness is important to me because I love spending time with people I care about.
Social wellness means being comfortable with myself and others. It's about the ability to interact and build networks and relationships with people. I love meeting new people and interacting and learning about their experiences.
I'm currently part of the peer support team at KPU, so if you're hoping to boost your social wellness, just come and find us.
Yes, exactly. This is social well-being. So in order to deal with social wellness, let's just understand कौन से signals होते हैं? We are talking about social wellness, but we don't know how well we are socially. So let us try and understand. So do you have a support? Ask yourself these questions, and I request all the participants to take a screenshot of this. Do you have a support network, a family and friends, family or friends? You can send a thumbs up or a yes in the chat box. I'll see it later. Ask yourself. It is not about telling it to me, but telling it to yourself. Do you have a supportive network of family and friends? For me, yes, I have very strong friends network. I have one friend to whom I call every morning and every evening. She takes my call. We talk for hardly 10 minutes during the drive. We relax, support each other, and then close. Creating boundaries within relationship that encourages communication, trust, and conflict management. The way we create network, we need to set up boundaries. इसके आगे मैं नहीं बोल सकता. So, healthy way, you need to develop that boundary. Do not let anybody enter into your personal space. No, not at all. Create that. And that can happen only once you create a sense of respect, a sense of trust. Then only it happens. Then, please value the diversity and treat others with respect. I'm sure we all do it now. Because gone are the days when we used to discriminate on the basis of nationality, region, states, and everything, but now everything is on the same table. So, yes, valuing diversity and treating everybody with respect is again social well being. I love idli sambar. And I'm not offensive when people are sitting in Madhya Pradesh, Indore, India's cleanest city, and when any South Indian calls me, I'm a Northy. I'm sure some few of you may have felt this. For South Indians, everything on the top, center, and on is North. So that's fine. Don't feel offended. Is it going to make any difference? No. Let's respect everybody. They have their own value system, they have their own culture, they have their own learning. Let's build the mutual respect. I know everyone does it. Development of assertive skills. Assertion means, let me put it easy, politely saying no, right? Sometimes what happens that I'm not comfortable, and if my boss says to do something which is out of my periphery of skills, then I'm not able to say no. And if I don't say no, it's out of my periphery of competency, I will never be able to outperform. So politely, the way of saying no is again a part of social well-being. मेरे पापा मेरी शादी किसी से करा रहे हैं जिसको मैं पसंद नहीं करती. It's a huge decision. ऐसा कोई जॉब जो मैं नहीं करना चाहती. But how to say no to it? So assertion is a technique where you keep maintaining the respect among each other and say politely no. So respecting each other's decisions and restricting yourself for your choices and restricting yourself according to your competencies. Balancing the social and personal time. Your social time is when you work in the office, in the university, when you go out for a chai with your friends, and personal time is your me time. Personal time is not when you again sit with your family members. Personal time is my me time. When 10 minutes a day, I'm sitting with myself and I'm talking only with myself. Do you spend that? I'm asking to all the participants. And I'm sure 90% of the people will say, no, we don't do. We don't get time to do so. My dear ones, we have to fetch the time for ourselves. Okay? And it's just us. Absolute silent, 10 minutes, it's just me. So do you spend time with yourself? Continually able to maintain and develop friendships and social networks. We should focus on meaningful relationships. Maintain the friendship. It's always give and take in every relationship. Neither I can always give, nor I can take always. It's always give and take. So let us find a win-win situation in all the situations. Win-win proposition for both of us. Develop friendships. Find friends. Talk to them. There is no harm in talking to strangers. Stranger means when I get a request on the LinkedIn Fair enough. Go ahead and talk about your credentials, your Scopus publications, your mental health, your social health, your office health. Talk about them. It'll bring, these are the signs. I request everybody to take a screenshot, print it later for yourself, and ask yourself in isolation. Once you know this, there may be few pointers which you don't do. For example, there was a point of time when I wasn't able to say no. I checked myself. If I'm not able to say no, then what should I do? Fine. So out of these signs, let's do a checklist. So if we want our social well-being, social wellness, so let us join focus groups which have similar hobbies like mine, which have similar hobbies like yours. You like to swim, you like to sing, you like to dance, you like to go shopping, you like to go to just have a plate of pani puri. Fair enough. Does not matter. Go ahead and do that. Develop it. Try a class, take a class. Try something new. Maybe a drawing, a painting, anything. Right now, I'm trying to learn to paint my own home wall, and I'm enjoying it. So do it. Try anything. Yoga, chai, physical activities, anything of your choice. Anything, but try something new which can create an interest in you. Find out. Join any theater group, dance group, orchestra, or anything. Most of you have your own friend circles. Join it and make sure that you meet them frequently, at least once in a month or somewhere or the around, or at least you talk and meet virtually. Do it. Please do it. Go out in a garden or a park and walk, maybe with your kids. It's all good. And sometimes I tell you, even the students in our class, they are our social wellness. They are a society with whom we spend 8 hours a day. Sometimes take them out in the garden and talk. कई बार वहाँ class पढ़ा के देखो. It'll bring another kind of energy in them and in you as well. Volunteer somewhere in the school, library, hospital, in the garden or community, anywhere. I give you my example. Beside being all my profiles, I did anchoring in my colony, Chota Sa, lane mein. Because all the kids were happy. It was Janmashtami. So it made every child happy. And it made me also happy. So that's my social wellness. Something which I made a meaningful relationship out of that small interaction of 1 hour with kids and the colony people. Do it. Find your own ways of creating a wellness. Participate in any kind of neighborhood events. For example, now you might have Diwali celebrations or maybe a cleaning celebration. Like before Diwali, we all do cleaning celebration. That's a cleaning ceremony. Ghar saaf karte hain hum sare. So do it. Offer somebody a cup of chai. You might be tired, come over. I'll offer you a chai and nashta. Do that. You'll feel happy. Join any community group. Travel different places. I have not told to anybody, but yes, I love traveling. And sometimes I just pick my car and go. Just take it and go. Meet new people. Meet new people, see new places. That will give you more happiness to see the belonging. And take, do more of togetherness. Meet new people, talk. The best way is to try to understand what others are also liking it, what they also want for themselves, and you also be a part of that. Do it as much as possible. But my request is, do not again push yourself in texting message. Hello, how are you? Rather than that, call and just make sure that you meet the person in and say, hi, how are you? That is more effective, right? We meet a lot of people over social media, but the energy of social being and social health comes in when we go for a walk in the morning and we meet 10 different people and they smile. You don't know the names yet. That auntie, that uncle, that child, that doggy, we don't know the names. But I remember the morning wala auntie. I see her. So go out. meet new people. And yes, not only meeting people, but be approachable. When you are in office, be approachable. I tell you my technique. Do you want my secret to be approachable at workplace? Okay, no one responded. I keep my secret myself.
Please, ma'am.
You want? The
Please
best
give them.
way, see, social wellness means, and for human being is a social animal, and every human being loves to eat. And especially when we are at workplace, we always keep finding something or the other to eat. So my secret of keep being approachable to people, I always keep some chocolates, some cookies, some crunchies in my almirah, and I keep offering. So
Your
सबको
smile is enough, ma'am.
yes ma'am.
Your smile and way of talking might be enough. Ma'am.
Oh, so sweet of you. So sweet of you. So everybody knows कि अगर किसी को कुछ खाना है और भूख लगी है, चारुल मैम के पास कुछ ना कुछ मिलेगा. And I never keep it secret. Everybody knows my cabin is always open. Anyone can come. They know the drawer. They fetch it out, eat and go. Even my kids. Kids means my students. They know ma'am always have chocolates. So the students who live in hostel, they always come and say, ma'am, kal samosa milega kya? You know, if it is in my approach, I do it. But once a while, we should be in a position to understand, am I creating a boundary? So that samosa will be available to you only when you perform and outperform in an event, or outperform in any of the event, maybe academic or non-academic in nature. So yes, people know that we will get what डरते भी हैं मुझसे, because I'm strict and on discipline as well. But I'm approachable as well. So that eating is always a trick, a secret, which can help. And that actually helps in nurturing relationships. In relationships, the food is care for each other and understanding each other. And this relationship can be of any form. Any form. Right now, if mom is responding to me, that is also a beautiful relationship. She is motivating me, and I'm feeling happy about it. That yes, at least whatever I'm speaking, it is reaching to your heart. So bringing that support system is wonderful. Try out new things. Do it. Do you remember what we used to make when we were kids? Our moms might have taught us, when any sari is torn off, she used to cut saris and she used to make a rug. Foot mat banati thi mama. Aapko yaad hai? Few of you might remember. Mama ya dadi banati thi. So let's do it this time. Let's find out. Or let's do something more creative. And spend time with family. Try something new. Go out for trek. Go out for bungee jumping. Stretch yourself. Open your wings. Don't only stop yourself. अब शादी हो गई है, बच्चे हो गए, मैं ये नहीं कर सकती या मैं ये नहीं कर सकता, मेरे पास इतनी जिम्मेदारियां हैं. Please stop doing that to yourself. Open yourself. Open your mind. Don't bring social pressure on you. याद है ना वो वाला phone? Somebody is showing you a phone, but I don't want to see that phone. But when you say I don't want to, you actually tend yourself, pressure yourself to buy that phone. Rather, try new things. So now when everybody knows me and they challenge, इसको मत बोलना भाई, ये कुछ भी कर देगी. Because I'm never afraid of doing anything new. So it becomes an opportunity. I'm approachable. I know I'm happy all the time. I try being positive output all the time. So let's try out new things. Why not? And yes, the strength is, please stop judging anyone. We have got no clue what has gone in other person's life. Don't judge themselves. Don't blame them for anything. Just straightforward. But ask, talk. Judging and blaming again is a part of conflict. Talk to them. What has happened? Support them. Try to understand. Agree to disagree. And then close it. So simple. Things are very simple. The moment we try and understand that other person also has a journey of 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, or maybe even 8 years, tiny, whiny boy, we will start respecting them. They have their own part of story. I'm sure जितने भी members हमारे साथ हैं आज, everyone has a different story. Exactly the way हर किसी का चाय का flavor अलग है. We have our own stories, we have our own preferences. So please open up yourself and find your belongings. It's absolutely good. What makes you emotionally stable? Maybe talking to my friend, maybe going out movie with my friend. You know, once I did. I don't remember the name of this movie. So, there was a movie of Neena Gupta and Amitabh Bachchan. What is that? A recent movie which has come up. No one saw that?
Don't remember the name. I saw that.
You saw that movie? It's a good buy.
Hmm.
And I cried a lot in that movie. I'm not ashamed to say that. I cried a lot. And my friend was also crying. She was crying like this, and I was crying like, and we are not ashamed of it. It's emotions. It's obvious to come up. But what we did was, that day, all of a sudden in Indore, like you might be knowing Ujjain Mahakal Mandir. So there was an opening in Ujjain Mahakal, and our office was off. So luckily we got another day, a free day. She's a homemaker. And I'm a working woman. So I just called her, "Tujhe movie dekhni thi na? Chalo." My son luckily had a school, so we got an off. What we did? We didn't tell anyone. We both bought the tickets for 11 in the morning, went to the show, and imagine only 2 people in the entire hall, okay, theater, watching the movie and crying ourselves. Coming out, having a plate of pani puri and going back to home. Find your emotional intelligence, find your own self. It is not about being sophisticated all the time. Please identify yourself. You need people. We need people. Those who understand. So social intelligence is not just about showing the sophistication with people, but it is also about understanding what makes me feel low, what makes me feel high, what makes me feel happy and sad, where I can see more productivity. Is it creating a confidence in me? You know, I can share with you, I think, a simple mug, a simple mug gives me more confidence. So it is all about, what you want to do. It's an interpersonal skill. Always remember, the way we tell you, the way it comes back to me. Talk to yourself. Are you doing it right? Boss, are you doing it right? Are you looking good? If not, change it. Doesn't matter. You should be happy. Am I focusing on solving the problem or finding the problem? Let's focus on solving the problem. Let's focus on rationalism. Is it right is it always needed that I should be right all the time? No, I'm also a human being. I can find some faults for myself. It's okay to accept and move on, because I have to see that meaningful relationship. It's not necessary that I am winning always. Find those social skills. जब हम मंदिर जाते हैं, शादी में जाते हैं, या हम किसी गैदरिंग में जाते हैं, are we able to make everybody feel light? Are we able to make everybody feel trust? Are we able to do that? Handling any kind of conflict? Are we able to express our thoughts to others? More than that, are we able to understand what is not even spoken? आपने कहीं ना कहीं एक दोस्त से ऐसा बोला होगा 100%, or either to your spouse or to your mentor. सर क्या हुआ? शिखा क्या हुआ? क्यों नहीं बोल रही है? तेरे चेहरे पे लिखा हुआ है, बोल क्या हुआ? And all of a sudden they start speaking. अरे तुझे कैसे पता? That is effective communication. Trying to read somebody. That's interpersonal skill. Understanding someone else and just speaking before they speak. That relationship, meaningful relationship, we have to develop. Giving rational approach. मैं हर relationship में I will not try to find out what is important for me. No. Yes, I should be selfish, but not with every relationship and every time. No. Don't do that. Always keep your self-image intact, but still try to be open to others as well. What I know is just a glass of water half filled, but remember, half is still empty. So I need to pour it with other people knowledge. To pour in, I need to keep the glass open. So if my glass is open, then only I can pour in water. So let's be open. Take the ownership of trying out new things, leading out in the team, having your own orientations, being assertive, having a way to speak. मुझे ये काम नहीं पसंद, मैं नहीं करूंगी. मत करिए. That's your choice. But is it leading to a damage in ultimate objective or contribution to the ultimate objective? Find that. सोशल वेलबींग के बहुत सारे एस्पेक्ट्स होते हैं. हम जिस सोसाइटी में रहते हैं वो हमारा सोशल बिलोंगिंग है, और वो सब कुछ हो सकता है. अभी जैसे मैम ने कहा था, माय स्टूडेंट्स दे डोंट वांट टू स्टडी इन द सेम पैटर्न. एजुकेशन डिमेंशन इज वन. घर में जो हम फाइनेंसेस से डील करते हैं, the amount of salary which we receive and the amount of expenses are there, my children fee, my in-laws expenses, my home expenses, they're all financial dimensions. Social well-being, there is still a way of maintaining it. Some or the other day we'll talk about personal financing. Then work dimensions. Every organization in the entire universe, I say it again, every organization in the entire universe has its own challenges. So please never just say that मुझे यही ऑफिस क्यों मिला जिसमें इतनी पॉलिटिक्स है. सभी जगह होता है. But it is up to us how we are handling it. So let's just have more of social well-being. Talk to people जहां जरूरत है and be assertive जहां जरूरत नहीं है. Because my intention is to have meaningful relationship for a common consensus, which is my work. So to maintain harmony at work, I don't want to talk to somebody in nonsense, I will not. But if I have to talk work with the person I don't talk, I will talk because I'm talking work. Find that social dimension. Housing dimension, I think we all are well aware of this. हर चीज पे हम जीत नहीं सकते और हर चीज पे हम हारते भी नहीं है. और सुबह उठ के हम सब सेम हो जाते हैं. Back to pavilion. So that thing has to be there. Then kind of work-life balance. One thing which I want to tell you in work-life balance is घर का काम दिमाग में भी ऑफिस नहीं लाइए और ऑफिस का काम दिमाग में भी कभी घर पे नहीं ले जाइए. प्लीज डोंट डू दैट. मुझे सुबह क्या करना है, मुझे घर जाके क्या करना है, वो मैं घर जाके देखूंगी. अभी यहाँ बैठ के कुछ हो सकता है क्या? यू टेल मी. आप सुबह के लेसन प्लान अभी बना सकते हो क्या सेशन में बैठ के? नहीं बना सकते. So let it sail with the time. So that will give us a free mind, healthy mindset. Democracy dimensions, have your stake of speech. जहां जरूरत है वहां आप बोलिए और जरूर बोलिए, but again in a positive way. Speaking is also another technique that सामने वाले को बुरा न लगे and you put forward your point. Right? Then security dimensions. Always remember, be it a lady or a gentleman, please have a personal spacing for yourself. Personal spacing is like, I don't let anybody stand inside only this periphery. Have that dimension for yourself and create that respect. If you're not allowing, then don't even enter into anybody's personal spacing. So have that. Apart from that, any kind of security dimensions like having nobody coming to your home after 9:30 at night. You know, in terms of security dimensions, I'm very strict. Me and my son, we live separate. And my parents live separate. My brother and his wife live separate. After 9:30 p.m., nobody, means nobody, not even my father and my mother, are allowed to enter my house. Sharp by 9:30, I lock my doors and we are in. They also respect now, and it is for a common consensus. Social security for me and my family, and respecting your personal family time. Social well-being, there's no harm. They also respect. Once or twice they felt offended, but I resolved that conflict. agree to disagree. You disagree, that's your choice. But this is my social well-being. My son is only 7 years. He needs to sleep 8 hours. If I start sleeping by 9:30, then I have to make him get up early in the morning. So I have to do it. They agreed gradually. Fine. Quality dimensions, health dimensions. Please find time for yourself. I know बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं जिसके लिए हमें समय नहीं मिलता. But I tell you a magic. You want a magic which can help you in health?
Yes.
I'll give you a magic. ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग होंगे जिनको माइग्रेन होगा, हेडेक होता होगा, बैक पेन, बुखार जल्दी आ जाना, इरिटेशन जल्दी होना, या मोटे हो गए हम लोग, ये सारी चीजें होती होंगी. These are all common problems. या कभी भी पैर में दर्द शुरू हो जाएगा, कभी भी कमर में शुरू हो जाएगा. I give you a magic. The more we are happy genuinely inside the heart, the more we are happy with the people we are living in. Maybe in office, maybe at home. Health issues resolve होना start हो जाता है. आप खुद अपने आप को सोच के देखो. जब आपको टेंशन है, गॉड फॉरबिड घर में कोई लॉस हुआ है, आपकी हेल्थ डिमिनिश होना स्टार्ट हो जाती है. आप खुद देखो, आप और आपके पाउस, गॉड फॉरबिड अगर किसी लड़ाई में है, आपके बच्चों की हेल्थ होना डाउन होना स्टार्ट हो जाती है. अदर मेंबर्स ऑफ द फैमिली दे स्टार्ट फीलिंग लो. अगर ऑफिस में एनवायरनमेंट खराब हो, आपकी हेल्थ ऑटोमेटिकली डाउन होना स्टार्ट होती है. तो जैसे ही हम स्ट्रेस में आते हैं, हमारी बॉडी में से ना एसिड निकलना स्टार्ट होता है, which is not good for ourselves. Maybe we are eating only 2 chapatis in the entire day, but हम फूलना शुरू हो जाएंगे because बॉडी में एसिड ज्यादा बढ़ने लगता है. So if you want to be happy, let the happy acid come out. Eat well, stay happy, respect. कितना सिंपल सा ट्रिक है. Smallest tiny miny magic. The more we keep ourselves happy from heart, सिर्फ यहाँ से नहीं, यहाँ से, the more we keep ourselves happy, the more we are healthy. You've got no idea how people fight with their diseases, but still they're living so well. How? Because उनका mental health बहुत strong है. आपने कई बार सुना होगा, ये इंसान हेल्थ से नहीं हार रहा है क्योंकि इसका माइंडसेट बहुत स्ट्रांग है. बहुत ज्यादा मैटर करता है. एंड दिस इज द मैजिक. प्लीज टेक इट विद यू टुडे. ये आप सिर्फ अपने ऊपर नहीं, अपनी फैमिली पे भी कर सकते हो. रिकॉल दोज फाइनेंशियल ट्रबल्स जहां से आप फैमिली को बाहर निकाल के लाए हो. रिकॉल ऑल दोज बैड टाइम्स जहां पे किसी का डेथ हुआ था एंड यू ब्रॉट द एंटायर फैमिली बैक टू नॉर्मल लाइफ. दीज आर ऑल dimensions, health dimensions. Social connects. I feel very happy when I talk to everybody, but I feel more energized when I'm talking inside the classroom, physical, face to face. Develop more social connections. Join various organizations, talk to a lot of people, share your research, create connections. Do that and find your own way of being well. जो फॉर्मूला मेरे लिए भी काम कर रहा है वो आपके लिए काम करेगा, ये जरूरी नहीं है. ये जो सोशल वेलबींग का जो पूरा फंडा है ना, इट इज एग्जैक्टली इक्वल्स. अगर 1 कप चाय में मुझे 2 चम्मच चीनी पसंद है तो शायद आपको आधी पसंद होगी. तो ये सेम स्वीटनेस का फॉर्मूला है. हो सकता है मैं सिर्फ एक दोस्त की वजह से मैं दिन भर खुश रहती हूँ, हो सकता है आपको 10 दोस्त लगे. इट्स ऑल ओके. सो दैट इज योर फॉर्मूला. The only point is create a meaningful relationship and see, are you meeting to that common consensus? Rest, everything is good. So the best pathway to any kind of social wellness is ask yourself these questions. Do I plan time to be with my family and friends? Do I make it? If you are saying no, think it twice and thrice. You should be. हर इंसान के पास 24 घंटे ही होते हैं. अगर आप किसी को जानते हैं who has 25 hours a day, प्लीज मुझे बताइए. I think everyone has only 24 hours. And there are people who are happy with family, friends and colleagues as well. So let's divide the time. वो टाइम टेबल के अकॉर्डिंग नहीं चलता. It's about spare of moment. Do I enjoy the time I spend with others? Genuinely बोलो. अगर किसी के साथ में बैठना पसंद भी नहीं करती हूँ, then also if I'm forcefully sitting there, तो क्या आपके पास ऑप्शन है उठ के जाने का? एक एग्जाम्पल देते हैं, ऑफिस में सबके पास कोई ऐसा एक कलीग होगा जिसके साथ आप बैठना पसंद नहीं करते हैं, ठीक है, अब कॉमन मीटिंग है, किसी का बर्थडे है और आप सबको साथ में बैठना ही पड़ेगा, बैठना पड़ेगा ना, कैन यू एस्केप आउट ऑफ दैट? नहीं कर सकते। सो देयर आर ओनली टू चॉइसेस, या तो हम खुशी खुशी उस जगह बैठ जाएं and enjoy rest of others company rather than only that one person, या तो हम उस एक पर्सन की वजह से अपना मूड खराब कर लें। So what is better? Having a better time because of all others except that one. So bring that positivity in yourself, bring that meaning to yourself. Ask yourself, are my relationships with others positive and rewarding? Positive in the sense of, is it creating a win-win for both of us? Are we both feeling contented? जब हमें कुछ चीज अच्छी नहीं लगती ना, वो एक अलग सी फीलिंग आती है, अनइजीनेस, एंजाइटी, रेस्टलेसनेस, टेंशन, यहाँ दुखने लगता है, बट एज सुन एज वी आर ओके, वो बात क्यों नहीं कर रहा है, बात क्यों नहीं कर रहा है, बात क्यों नहीं कर रहा है, और जैसी बात हो जाती है एवरीथिंग सॉर्ट्स आउट। क्रिएट दैट मीनिंगफुल पॉजिटिविटी एंड रिवॉर्डिंग। It's not about monetary rewards. It is also about having just a chocolate, having just a cup of chai together. It can be anything. So try and maintain the relationships. Do I explore diversity by interacting with peoples of other cultures, backgrounds, and beliefs? Sab ek hi hai. We all are together. I'll share my personal life examples with you. How many of you can say that when you have children, spouse, in-laws, parents, everything together, then only you can be happy? आपको कितने लोग चाहिए? I'll just unshare my screen. Let me just come out and come here. Okay. I'm asking everybody, how many people do you need to be happy?
At least
I
one.
guess I can be happy with my own self too.
Own selves too, all the time, ma'am.
No, I do need to have the company of my family, my close friends. But then adding upon to, I need to have my own personal space, as you have been telling. I need to have my me time. But yes, society do matters. We need to click with people who are like-minded, who are of your tastes and interests, who give you the same kind of vibes that you think of and that positivity that you demand.
Absolutely. But don't you think even those people who don't match with our bandwidth and vibrations, we need to sit with them as well?
That is what is known as social standing, and that we need to
Yes.
take care. While being with them, still I need to protect my own aura and my energy.
Security.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Mental security. My aura, which I need to maintain. Wherein I'm not defending them, not offending them that I don't like you, but this is an official way. So I be happy. Okay, you are a part of the team, so have a seat. Simple story. Right? So yes, not one person is enough, and not everybody is needed all the time. But yes, we are social animal. We need people around, and they can be anyone. Right? So just let's have the checklist for ourselves. Join a group of your favorite hobby. Yes, I do. I go for a chai. Yes, I do. I do any kind of yoga or any kind of physical activity. Yes, I do. Please don't forget that we walk throughout the classes throughout the day. वो भी हमारा physical activity है. Most of the teachers have back issues and leg issues. Yes, these are physical activities. So how much are we balancing ourselves? Do we sing? Do we do theater? Yes, we do. अब याद करो जब चाय पीने के लिए हम एक साथ बैठते हैं तो हम किस किस की मिमिक्री करते हैं. So we enjoy that 10-15 minutes of our time, either on a chai or on a lunch. Do we help the community garden or park, or do we do anything of that, or any people? We must do. It gives you a sense of happiness. You know, in morning when I was driving in, I stopped by the signal. A child came to me and he waved off. I thought he was a beggar. He was indeed a beggar, but he said, "Didi, मैं पैसे नहीं मांग रहा हूँ." I was so touched to see. It came from within. I had a pack of chips. I gave it to him. He ate, and I'm happy. Simple. This is social well-being. Simple, small gestures can bring you happiness and social well-being also. Volunteer at school, library, university, colleges, anywhere. Something add on to your profile. Don't think that I am dean, I'm director, I'm professor, I'm a teacher, and this won't suit my profile. But if it is for a positive cause, do it. Don't retain yourself from doing something good. Join any community, try different places, meet new people. We are social. We need to talk to people. We need somebody to take care of my health. Dean, madam, you tell me, when God forbid you fall sick, don't you love to have somebody sitting just near to your forehead, and just tapping your forehead?
Dr. Jain, definitely, that sense of touch, that is something that gives you so much of satisfaction within. That
Right.
yes, you have got someone, a soul, a beautiful person
Yeah.
who really cares about you, who's always there for you.
Yeah.
Maybe that physical closeness is not always that matters, but
No.
mentally also, that yes, in my mental framework, I have a closest buddy who is always there 24/7 as a very
Yes.
sweet aura.
And that could be anybody. Like even my 7-year-old champ can do that.
Appa?
Even the guy who is 2 years young, 2 years old, anyone can be that.
Passing marks ಎಷ್ಟು 50 ಇದಕ್ಕೆ 50 ಇದಕ್ಕೆ
Can you please
exam
keep ourselves
passing
on mute?
marks
50 100ಗೆ 40 ಅದು 20
20
ಬಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ತೆಗಿಬೇಡ
ಅದೇ ಇನ್ನೆಷ್ಟು ತೆಗಿಲಿ
ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ತೆಗಿ.
Be supportive towards yourself also. Be kind to yourself and to others. It always feels good. Volunteer. When during the Diwali, when we are actually cleaning out the home, so when we share those clothes to everybody, it feels so happy. My God, last night when I gave the entire bag full of toys to a small girl sitting at the square, she was so happy. I was showing to my son, look at her, she's so happy. And he also gave his favorite toy. So this is all about social well-being. Feel how we are spending time with others. It's not only the people who support you, but somebody needs your support also. Think that ways. It is not always I need a support, but somebody sitting in that cabin also needs my support. Am I offering with hands to someone? Am I being a pat on the back? That new joinee who has come, who needs my help, I go forward and talk, or she comes and talk. Or that new student coming to the class after 1 month of classes beginning. This is all part of social wellness. It's all about bringing meaningful relationships, bringing that common consensus, and always making a positivity coming out from you. So this is the checklist. This is a standard checklist. I request everyone to take a screenshot of this. This is a standard checklist of checking my own social well-being. Try and do maximum of this. Try and do maximum. Spend 5 minutes exercising anyways. Partner with any colleague and spend some time. Plant anything in your garden and talk to that plant. Go for hiking or any outing with someone. With someone means either your colleague or your partner or your family or anybody. Come out of your comfort zone. Have you tried a new dress yet? Have you gone to a party where your friend invited you, never wanted to go? Please do something which is out of your comfort zone. Or try something which your boss has given you and you never wanted to do. But see, the magic. If you do it, you learn something new.
hello
Yes, please. Perform any random act of kindness. It always helps. Go for a biking. Do any kind of challenge. Sit for 10 minutes in silence. That's lovely. Walk after the lunch. Then spend some time before, just 4 days when you don't have any phones, any movie or anything with yourself. Try doing that. Take your screen off. Try healthy recipes. Find that. Go to farmer's place, visit, ye sabji kaise ugate hain, how you take initiatives. Talk to them. They have their own life. Bring healthy snacks with colleagues. And in fact, I tell you one more. Bring something. See, at my home, Maggie is restricted, chips are restricted, cold drinks are restricted. But there are some cheat days. Do it. Even those cheat days bring happiness to you. Itna to chalta hai boss. You know, that kind of feeling. So those are also very happy moments. Eat at least 3 servings of vegetables sometimes. Sleep for a little longer time for a few days. Bring out exercise with your loved ones, maybe your colleague, maybe your child, maybe your spouse, maybe your parents, anybody. Do a bit of cluttering and decluttering. Donate something which is not of your use and let it go. This is also called minimalist. Give everything which is unnecessary, give it out and see the happiness giving. Eliminate the process of sugar in your intake for 3 consecutive days and see the change, because we have to come out of our comfort zone. See, it actually brings you a change. Coming to social well-being is your own happiness story. The way you want to build it, it's actually going to be built that way. And always remember, the way you need support, somebody else also needs the support. Because we are living in a society and human being is a social animal. So I come back to my statement that yes, social being starts with society. We are a part of society and human being is a social animal. So it is not like just that phone which forces me to buy it, but it is about the relationships which I keep, maintain with everybody with a sense of happiness. This is social well-being. So with this, I conclude, and I hope that I may have made something reaching to your heart today. So with this, I conclude, and I invite in case of any questions.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
I'm Radha Gupta. Ma'am, actually, I have a query. How to maintain balance between social well-being and family well-being? Because sometimes what happened, actually, I am very vocal type of individual. I love talking with my friends and even with those who are in my neighborhood. But what I feel is at the same time, my mother also expect that I should spend more time with her. So it creates some sense of irritation for me, because on the one hand I am having concern with my grandmother. So but I find it difficult to maintain the situation. So could you please help me?
Yes, yes. Thank you so much for asking this question. This actually indeed happens with all of us. When we are at office, I fetch 15 minutes. I tell you my technique. I also love talking to my friends. Especially I have only a few common friends very close to my heart. I just give them a call and talk. And that's exactly like you, Radha ma'am. So during the office time, or maybe during the driving on and off, finding some 5 minutes of time, 10 minutes of time, giving them a call works. And as soon as I reach home, first instance should be giving time to family. The family is actually away from you for 8 hours. It applies to you also. You are also away from the family for 8 hours. I think the more your granny needs you need her more.
Exactly.
Right? And once you ask this question, I can sense that you feel really touched and bad when she
Actually,
feels
ma'am,
bad that you are not giving her time.
actually, the problem is she's in the habit of repeating the same things. Like
She's got
her
old.
experience during 1947, what was happened, how it was happened. So she used to recall the things and tell me regularly the same things.
Imagine if a 5-year-old may have done the same thing.
Okay, well,
है ना? Bachche and Buri are the same. She's at a later stage when she needs support. Imagine when we were tiny minish, they supported us and they answered several times. Imagine your own child. When they ask you several times the same question, we answer. When in case of kids, it is very easy to mold them. But in case of the aging parents, many of them have Alzheimer issues. Many of them have seen so much of things in their life. They lose senses. So giving them some time, it's just having patience. And don't think I'm getting irritated. ठीक है यार. अच्छा मम्मा, I'll tell you. बैठ जाओ. अच्छा आप बताओ आपने क्या किया था? just that way. So my request would be, when you reach home, the first 2 hours should be you and your family. First 2 hours, I'm saying. In the third hour, do whatever you want. They will never ever complain. So that's the technique for you, Radha ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am.
My pleasure. So, Diva ma'am, Kavita ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Do we have any other questions?
Wow, very wonderful session, ma'am. Really inspiring session. Social wellness is very important in our life, and important happiness also is important part. So really inspiring session. How will we maintain a social wellness in our life and change the society and change the lifestyle and entire things. Really inspiring session, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, participants. Thank you, RFI team.
Thank you
Thank
so
you very
much. It
much.
was my pleasure. Have a good time.
Thank you, ma'am. It was a nice session.